Taurus, finally, Taurus. I don't know why y'all were at the end of the totem thing. I did it on views, Taurus. I did it on views, and Taurus, they were like, "Where is it? Where is it? Where is it?" So y'all had a bad month. Y'all had a bad month, and unfortunately, you came in last, but not least, Taurus. Let's get into it. Let's see what's going on with you guys. Some of you definitely may be in a situation where you find yourself having to defend yourself. Now, this could be with he said, she said, because I'm getting some type of miscommunication. This could be with a coworker. This would be within family. Some of you definitely are having to um, at least speak up. Especially if somebody's putting you in some shit that you know is not your shit, Taurus. I feel like some of y'all are like, wait, that's not me. I didn't do that. So I feel like some of you may have to put somebody straight, or you may be setting a story straight. Now, I do feel like there is going to be some type of resolution to this, whether you are walking away from this or whether people just let it go. I feel like once you kind of put it out there, there may be something where it just kind of fades out. Now, I do feel if you're out there and you're trying to build up your social media, something, there's more views or more people that are coming your way. So for some of you, if you have an online business or you're putting yourself out there, I feel like there is going to be some growth, Taurus. It is showing, I kind of get like, just relax and let it come. I feel like if you're marketing and you're promoting and it's like, where are these people at? It's like you're coming into a season. So it may be something where spirit is like, okay, you know what, give us a little time and we're going to reroute these people to you. But if you do have like some YouTube, Instagram, Twitter, or you're on some type of social platform, it does look like there is going to be an increase in people that are going to be checking you out. And for some of you, I think you're putting a lot more energy into it. This could be making your presence known a little bit more. I feel there's travel coming in for you guys, especially moving into 2020. So be prepared if you are selling product or promoting yourself or pushing yourself out there. There could be some doors that open up where it's like, okay, let's travel. Let me go, talk to these people. You may be invited places. Some of you may be setting up pop-up shops where you're kind of bringing your stuff from offline into people's cities or what. I have a friend that is, he writes books. So this could even be traveling to promote your skills or your talents. So for some of you, that definitely is some type of growth. I do feel you could be letting go of some packages. Be really careful, Taurus, with the people you're connecting with, because I feel like for some people, you could be picking up dead weight, which means that these are people that are really not trying to help you grow. They're just riding along with you. Now, this could be within work, where you could be going to work and people are like just kind of, dumping a lot of stuff on you. It's like, well, you handle it, you take care of it, or this. They told me to give this work to you. Be really careful that you're not carrying other people's load, especially going into the new year, because I feel like for some of you, you may have done that. Be really careful with the misguided loyalties where it's like, well, I owe this person this, or I need to do this for this person, because there could be some manipulation and stuff that's going on with this. I do see good news coming in about money. And for some of you, this is opening up your own business, being more entrepreneurs. So for a few of you, you're taking this big leap moving into next year that I don't want to work for anybody else. I want to work for me. Now, some of you may have done this a year or 2 years ago, and it may be a really slow pace of building it up. But it looks like going into 2020, there is more of a push to put yourself out there. So if you kind of started your own business, but you kind of been lagging a little bit with your promotion, I feel like for a lot of you, you're going to step it up, or either you're going to meet the right people. Let's see. What is this, Eric? Eric is sending me like 20 messages per 5 minutes. I can't even answer them. They're coming in so quick. I do feel for some of you, there is some conflict. Be really careful of sharing or what you're saying to other people that may come back on you. I feel like definitely have some type of clarity about what you're talking about, because you could be dealing with some people that either their understanding is bad, or you're dealing with somebody that's looking for some type of conflict. But I hear clarity is needed. For some of you, you may have to hold on to some receipts if it gets to that point. Choose your battles wisely, though. I mean, you know, I feel like there's victory in this for you, which means that you don't have to exert a lot of energy. But just be mindful of putting yourself out there with other people, especially if there's already drama. If this is in your workplace, if this is something that's going on within the family or something going on with social media, be like, okay, you know what? That ain't my shit. I'll see y'all later. I'm going in there to eat the sweet potato pie. Y'all deal what y'all got to deal with. But you got to know when to step away from the situation, Taurus. Let's pull it down and get into the shuffle. For Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. Some of you may be looking into getting tattoos or doing something different, maybe getting some piercings, something maybe that you haven't done before. I feel the need to kind of put yourself out there. For some of you, this could be some type of new spiritual practice. You could even be putting some type of spiritual or religious tattoo on your body that means something to you. Definitely feel like there is something new that's going to be coming in as far as body art or body modifications. So for some of you, there may be some tattoos or some henna or something different that you're doing. If you've been feeling really stuck or complacent, I feel like you're coming out of this energy, Taurus. So we got the Four of Cups, which is being stuck. You know, sometimes with people, depression, discontentment, not feeling like things are moving fast enough. Ace of Coins, for some of you, you feel like the money is not coming in as fast as you need it to come in. High Priestess is showing a lot of you are praying or connecting with spirit. Now, also, too, with the High Priestess coming in this conflict, some of you may be seeing conflict coming your way. Remember where I said you may have to stand your ground with something. The Four of Swords, this could be taking a vacation or being exhausted and getting away. Some of you may be working too hard and feeling like you need to pull back. We have the Star card, which is showing there's some type of recognition that's coming in. Maybe you got to take a step back before you come back in full speed. King of Coins is money, workaholic sometimes. Five of Coins, working hard because maybe you feel like there's not enough money coming in. Some of you really want this money to come in faster. Ace of Blades, this could be a truth or something that comes out. With the Seven of Blades, some of you may find out that somebody is either trying to steal something from you, hide something from you, or being shady with things around you. Page of Cups, this is love. Could be with a water sign, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. For some of you, you could even be dealing with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. Let's see, an Eight of Coins, final card. That could be going back to school, Taurus. That was the Everyday Enchantment Tarot. We're going to finish off with the Angel deck. Taurus, 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 Taurus. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. I feel like that Star card wants to come out again. So we got the World card. This is travel. Empress. Some of you may be hearing about babies. Ten of Swords. Let's see. We have Two of Swords. 10 of Wands. 6 of Wands. 2 of Pentacles. And then Knight of Air. Let's get one more. Let's see. Page of Air. What? I think we got Page of Swords. Was that 4? 4 of Swords. A vacation. Some of you definitely are going to be dealing with conflict. For a few of you, this could be a medical situation. Now, I try not to read on medical issues, but for some of you with the Empress with 10 of Swords, 2 of Swords, this could be a problem with a pregnancy. So if you are trying to get pregnant or you find out that you're pregnant with the 4 of Swords, please take it easy. Make sure you go to your doctor visits, that you don't exert yourself, put too much pressure on yourself, especially with this 10 of Wands. This is somebody that may be pushing themselves too far. If you're pregnant or you're having some type of issue, a female problem or whatever, make sure that you're taking care of yourself. You're not overexerting yourself. You're not stressing yourself too much, and that you're getting your rest with this 4 of Swords. Some of you could be exhausted, and it could cause a problem for you. I don't like to read on negative issues with pregnancy, but for some of you, you may already know that you're doing too much and you need to pull back. If you're a male with a wife that's pregnant, make sure that, you know, she's putting her feet up, she's getting her rest, she's not overexerting herself. Now, if you are a person that is not pregnant, not trying to get pregnant, not able to have children, a male, this could be new beginnings for you. For some of you, this could be travel, going different places, different states. I do feel if this is for a job or something like that, please make sure you balance yourself, because I feel for some of you, you could be getting overwhelmed. Now, I do feel for a few, definitely this could be relocation, maybe going to another country. There could be some stress and issues about moving things or starting over somewhere else. Some of you may be feeling a certain way or being overburdened if you're having to move somewhere. For some, this could be a job. For a few people, I feel like this is for love. Now, make sure with this two of swords that you're not overlooking problems. If you are making a connection and you're deciding that you want to move somewhere because of a love connection, make sure that you're doing it with clear mind and that you're not leaving everything or walking away from everything based on somebody else's promises, because I feel like there could be some burdens and maybe some betrayal that comes in with this. So make sure that if you're doing this, that you're going when you can be independent. You're not dependent on somebody, especially in another country. If you're dealing with somebody of a different race or a different culture, a different belief system, there could be conflict that comes with this person. Now we get in this 5 of Wands. Now we got victory for you, but I do feel like for some of you with this Page of Swords, there could be something that comes out. This could be having a difference of opinion with people or disagreement, gossip, having a conversation where there's miscommunication, where you may end up in some type of argument or verbal altercation with somebody. Make sure that if you don't have to be in it, that you walk away from it. Like I said, for some of you, it's not even going to be worth your energy. But we do get the Ace of Swords twice, which means that this is a truth that's coming out that may cause some conflict. Now, this may be you involved in the conflict. Maybe you know something and you tell somebody something and it becomes a big problem, or somebody tells you something and it becomes a big problem. I feel like this could be gossip, but then for some of you, this may be something that somebody said behind your back and you find out. The High Priestess is showing that there's intuitive guidance with this, which means Spirit could be showing you something about a person that you need to see. Maybe they're warning you that there's some conflict that's coming in. You know, close your mouth. Like sometimes when you're talking to people and you just got something gets stuck in your throat, like, because you can't say it. You're not supposed to say it. So I always trust on that. Whenever I get choked up around somebody, I change the subject, because I'm like, maybe I don't need to be talking about this with them. But for some of you, there could be a truth that's coming out that you have to deal with. Now, for a few of you, this may be something about something being stolen, something being taken. I feel for some, this could be money. You may lose an opportunity to somebody else because of some backhanded stuff. With the Ten of Swords, this is betrayal. You may get an opportunity that is supposed to be coming your way and somebody else jumps ahead of that opportunity so that they can get the money. But it is showing that there is a job coming in. Now, for some of you, you could be even getting a job where they're not paying you as much as they need to pay you. So make sure that if you're negotiating your salary or you're getting hired somewhere, that you get exactly what you need. Don't just go by what they're telling you that they can give you. Investigate, research, and see what you would be worth or what they're paying other people in your company. But I definitely feel like there's new jobs and there's money that's coming in for you. Some of you need to be really careful. You have money coming in, but the money is going out really fast. Like this woman is winning this money, but then there's homeless people behind her. So be careful that you're not getting a new job and you have money coming in, but you're spending the money. All right. I definitely feel like there could be some type of budget problem going on with this. Some of you definitely, when it comes to this money issue, you could be having some depression or discontentment. Like, where is this money? Especially if you're an entrepreneur. There could be some issues with, I'm doing this, putting my energy into it, but I'm not really getting all the money that I want. 5 of Coins is not a bad card to me, but it is showing for some people that this may not be enough. Just like 4 of Pentacles, 4 of Coins. It's money coming in, but it may not be enough money or may not be enough for what you want. Now, I feel for some of you, you're workaholics, and that could be part of the frustration. It's like I'm putting everything into this, but I don't feel like I'm getting anything out. It is showing that you are going to reap what you sow. And for some of you, you're going to get a job that actually pays really good money because you're putting in your hard work, and your hard work will pay off. I feel for some Taurus that you're expanding your education, you're learning something new, or you're going back to school. Now, this could be an apprenticeship. This could be a mentorship where you're dealing with people and they're showing you things. but they're bringing in more opportunity for money. Some of you may even decide that you're going to teach to bring in some additional income in. So if you decide that you want to mentor people, this could open up a door for you to bring in a little bit more pocket change your way. Some of you definitely, I feel like your talents or your skill set are putting you in the forefront of people. So if you say you have your master's or your PhD, your bachelor, associates, whatever it is, you may be getting an opportunity where you're going to be able to use this to put yourself in the limelight where people are seeing you, recognition, and it's showing that you are being noticed for what you're doing. Some of you are using your skill set that you have or your talents to help other people. And this could be putting you in the limelight. People may be looking for you. So I do see definitely there is some type of growth, especially if there is something with you being in front of a camera or being in front of people. Some of you, this could be public speaking, consulting, going to companies where you're teaching them, life coaches or whatever. This is showing that you're doing something where you're trying to help people. And you actually have a lot of people. If you see all these hands up, this is showing more people that are going to be coming to you for this help. So it is showing there's some growth, and it's because of your skill set, which you know. Be careful that you balance out this energy, because with the Four of Swords, twice some of you may be exhausted. You may be overextending yourself. Now, if this is getting a new job and feeling like, okay, I got to put everything into it because these people expect this from me, make sure that you balance this. With this card and the World card, I feel definitely that there is some vacations or travel that are coming in. Some of you actually going to have more opportunity to travel overseas next year. But I feel like this could also be some spiritual journeys, needing to kind of recharge, pull back from everything, and maybe go inner. Some of you are going to be doing a little bit more meditation, connecting with spirit. Some of you are going to even be opening yourself up to new ways of spirituality, traditions, religious beliefs. Some of you are going to be expanding on that. And you could be traveling out for mentors to connect you where you're learning more about things. So there is some spiritual growth that's coming in, and it looks like a lot of you are going to be proactive with it. Now, some of you are going to connect with an air sign, Libra, Gemini, or Aquarius. I also feel that we have water, Cancer, Pisces, Scorpio. So there could be love connections. Where is my, oh, there they go, Page of Cups. There could be love connections coming in. Some of you may be getting some DMs or PMs from people talking about, maybe even possibly an air sign, talking about, I like you, you got a nice booty, I want to get to know you. You know, they might be sending one of the most famous pictures in through the DM or the PM. But it looks like some of you may be making a love connection. If you are in a relationship, Taurus, some of you may get tempted by people that are coming in, and it's because of seeing your light. For some of them, there's this thing where you're shining now. You're looking like you're coming into some type of play, your phase, or whatever is your special time of life. So some of you are really going to be opening up doors, and people are going to be looking at you and wanting to get to know you a little bit better. You know, use your discernment with that, because some of them may be coming in with a little bit of trouble. If you're free and single, I mean, you're good to mingle. But if you're in a relationship, it could cause this Page of Swords, where if you're having private conversations with people, that this may be brought to the light. I do see if there is conflict that's coming in, Taurus, a lot of you are coming out victorious with this. So it is showing that you may, in moving into December, January, there may be some stuff that you get involved with. There could be a truth or something that comes out. This could be gossip. Something is seen. It starts a conflict. The good thing about it is that this is some type of victory for you. You could be fighting with a fire sign, but I feel like if some of you, if it is fire or air, you're still coming out on top, Taurus. Just keep your head. Keep your head. Watch your mouth. Don't let yourself be put in a situation where things get out of hand. I definitely feel if you're trying to have a baby, the Empress card is there. This could be a pregnancy. Now, like I said, make sure that if you're having any type of complications, that you take your time, that you are not pushing yourself, overwhelming yourself. For some of you, make sure you got to take your doctor appointments and your medicine, prenatal vitamins. Take it all seriously. All right, Taurus, let's see if we got anything else. I'm just a little bit concerned about the health. Overdoing things, because we get the Ten of Wands, which is being overwhelmed. And then we get 2 of the 4 of Swords, which is showing for some, this could be exhaustion, not really taking care of yourself. So make sure that you're eating right, you're taking your vitamins, you're getting water, especially if you've been dealing with some type of conflict. Now, this could be work conflict. I feel for some with the 2 of Pentacles, you may be working more than one place, and that may be an issue why you're tired. You could be pulled in 2 different directions. Some of you, I feel like this is even 2 different people. Be really careful. Even though 3 of Swords is not here, I feel like some are going to try to dabble out and see what they can do. Or this could be people trying to bait you. Like I said, I do feel temptations. If you're single, mingle. If you're in a relationship, be really careful that you don't get caught up in something where next thing you know, somebody is trying to tell your business. If you are working and going to school, make sure that you take care of yourself and you don't overexert yourself. With the conflict is showing you don't have to be involved with it. So if it's not your shit, try not to take it on. If it's something that you have to get involved with, stand your ground, say what you have to say, and then back away from it. I feel like this is continuous, like somebody's just kind of keep dragging people into something that they don't need to be in. If this is a family situation or a relationship, you may have to shut this down and say, look, I don't want to do this anymore. I really don't want to be involved with this anymore. With the Knight of Air, to me, this is like reviewing your options in a situation. Do I have to deal with this, or if I don't? Because sometimes with the Knight of Air, he's coming in really, really quick. And it's almost like you could be caught up in something before you even realize that you're caught up in it. So I think if you are having this energy, you have to figure out when to step back and say, you know what? It's not my place. I don't really need to deal with this. I don't need to be involved with it. For a lot of you, you're focused on money anyway. You're looking at opening yourself up with finances. A lot of you don't have time for any BS or any distractions because your money to you may not be right. And you're like, shit, I got to work on my money. I got to learn and go back to school so that I can get this job, or I got to take this certification so I can get this job, or I need to do this thing so I can level up. So for a lot of you, you really don't have time for this conflict or BS that's going on. A lot of you are going to be focused on putting yourself out there. If you're in working or you're trying to make a name for yourself, that's what your focus seems to be on this month, which is probably a good thing for you guys. You got to come out of this funk though. If you're going into the month, with this woe is me, I don't have enough, I need more, you need to go ahead and break that energy, because it's showing that you have the potential to put yourself in the limelight, which is where you want to be. A lot of you can't stand this energy. You don't want to be in that woe is me energy. You want to be seen. A lot of Taurus, even though they're earth signs, they do want to be out in the public. They want to be seen. Some of you need this. So there is a thing of, let me put myself out there. Let me promote. Let me market, because it's bringing in what you really, really want, the finances. Now, I'm not saying that Taurus don't want love, and not saying Taurus doesn't have love, because it is showing that you have opportunity for people that are going to be trying to talk to you. But I feel for a lot of you, your focus is really on education, growing your skills, and making money this month. So you may be putting love on the back burner. Some of you may be getting in a situation where your partner is kind of feeling neglected. Make sure that you're not overexerting yourself to the point where you're just too tired and overwhelmed that you're not putting into a relationship that you're in, because you could leave that door open for somebody to come in. And where is that 7 of Swords? Steal something away from you. Whether this is your partner, you could be at work for a couple of days, and next thing you know, you come home, the locks change. They got a whole nother person living there. So make sure that you balance this, Taurus, because I see a lot of work. I see a lot of work, which is not bad, but I feel like there needs to be a balance there. For some of you, you definitely are going to get into this, okay, I got to take a step back and rest. I got to take a step back, take a vacation, but I got to recharge before I move forward. But I definitely see you guys are going hard this month and next month when it comes to bringing money in, especially moving into January. It's almost like you're on a mission to open up better opportunities. And there's nothing wrong with that at all. For a lot of you, you've been waiting for this, maybe this new year energy to kind of come in and propel you to the next thing. But you do have to make sure that you're balancing this out, that you're not neglecting your health and you're not neglecting people around you Taurus, because it may catch up with you. Any type of conflict that you don't have to be involved with, don't give it your energy. It looks like you already got too much other stuff that you're focused on. If somebody's trying to drag you into something and you know that this is not anything you need to be a part of, don't get involved in it. Tell them, look, I'm sorry, you got to handle it. Definitely watch your money, watch your budget, watch possessions around you this month. You may have somebody that may be coming in trying to take something that belongs to you. Now, for some of you with all this work and the studying and learning and everything, this could even be knowledge. Make sure that you're very discerning about the people that you connect with, especially if there's anything where there may be some type of conflict coming in. Somebody stole something from you, you're upset, let's address it. You stole an idea from me, I'm upset, let's address it. You came into my relationship, I'm upset, let's address it. Make sure that you're keeping an eye on things, that you're not one-sided, Taurus, okay? So let's see what tough shit has for you. Let me move these cards out the way. Let's see. Tough shit tarot, Taurus. Tough shit tarot. I think I'm going to make a gumbo tonight. It's wet and cold in Houston. It's a gumbo night. Not that we need this to, because I'll do a gumbo in the summertime, but this is really a gumbo night. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. What is the message for Taurus? We know we got jobs coming in. We know you're hardworking. Your hard work is going to pay off. And we know that the money is following. But definitely make sure that you balance. Make sure that you balance. Taurus. Okay. Now, let me shuffle because I got that for Gemini. Now, it could be your message too, but I want to make sure that it's a good shuffle. Taurus, Taurus, Taurus. If it comes back up, that's what we'll use. For some of you, the card was basically saying daddy issues. Maybe your father was a workaholic and that's making you be a workaholic, but it is showing that there could be some unhealthy attributes or characteristics that you have picked up from a father figure, father biological, adopted, foster, even a father figure. All right. You have been caught in a battle of blame and self-victimization that is keeping you stuck. Learn to accept, forgive your mistakes in order to feel the sense of freedom you've been longing for. This is basically not getting caught up in shit that you don't have to be in, where people are making scapegoats of you. If you find yourself in a situation, like I said, and you know that it's not your situation, gracefully bow out. Has nothing to do with me. I'm sorry that you guys are going through this. I hope you work it out. Peace out. For some of you, you might be manipulated into taking the brunt of whatever this is. You may be feeling like, you know what, I'm obligated to accept this, but you're not. Spirit is saying if it's not your shit, don't get involved with it and don't feel guilty about that. The challenges you are currently facing are not actually your problem. Give yourself permission to let go and walk away. So Taurus, it looks like this month, whatever this conflict is not your conflict. Be really careful that you don't get drugged into something that you don't have to be in and you don't have to participate in. If people are having problems at your job, gracefully bow out. I'm sorry, I got to go to my desk, my cubicle, my corner, whatever it is, and do my work. If it's something that's going on in a relationship and it isn't anything that you did that you don't have to address, I'm sorry. It is not my issue. I wish you two the best. Keep it moving. But it literally is saying that you may be getting distracted by shit that is not yours. So if it's not yours, you have to be very clear-minded to see it and say, you know what, I wish you all the best, not my stuff, and move on. If you feel bad about moving on, pray for them while you're driving in your car away from the situation. But don't allow yourself to be distracted by things that you don't have to deal with, because it looks like this may be a current thing or something that happens a lot where you're like, okay, let me go in here and fix this. Or let me be the one to do this. And there could be that need of being needed. But the thing about it is showing that you may be putting yourself in a hole that you're going to get blamed up for or become the scapegoat because it is not your shit. You don't have to be there. You don't have to deal with it. All right, Taurus? I hope that helps. Very on point. You guys have a beautiful night. I'm sorry you guys were last. Maybe next month it will be different, Taurus. I don't know, but I hope so. I love you guys. Have a beautiful night. Mwah.